You won't believe what disappears first when everything falls apart. It's not gold or gasoline, it's cheap, everyday stuff you never think twice about. Miss these, and you're in serious trouble. Most people think the collapse looks dramatic. It doesn't. It starts small: a delay, a shortage, a rumor. Then the shelves look thinner than usual. Then people notice. And once people notice, behavior changes instantly. Kevin works logistics for a regional retailer. Kevin once explained that most stores carry only a few days of inventory for fast moving items. Not weeks, not months, days. Deliveries refill shelves constantly. It's a tight system built on timing. When that timing breaks, the system doesn't slowly decline, it snaps. And here's the key part: expensive items don't disappear first. Cheap, everyday essentials do. The boring stuff nobody stockpiles early, the things everyone assumes will always be there. That pattern repeats every single time supply chains get stressed. Now let's break down the items that vanish first. 1. Toilet paper, the domino effect. It sounds obvious now, but most people didn't expect toilet paper to disappear so fast during previous disruptions. Toilet paper takes up massive shelf space and truck space. Stores don't stock deep reserves because it's bulky and cheap. When 10 customers decide to grab extra just in case, inventory collapses fast. Melissa, a grocery manager in Arizona, watched it happen. The moment customers saw a thinner shelf, they doubled purchases, not because they needed more immediately, but because they feared missing out. Scarcity creates urgency. Urgency creates overbuying. Overbuying empties shelves. And once something that basic disappears, people start thinking differently. That shift in mindset spreads to the next item. 2. Bottled water, the first real panic. Water moves faster than almost anything else. Most households don't store emergency water. People assume taps will always run. The second there's doubt about that, bottled water becomes the priority. Carlos saw this during a power outage in Texas. Within hours, entire pallets were gone. Not low, gone. Water is heavy and expensive to transport. Stores only keep limited amounts. Once customers start loading carts with cases, restocking can't keep up. And here's what makes it worse: water buying triggers more water buying. When someone sees 3 empty shelves, that person doesn't grab 1 case. That person grabs 5. Now imagine that behavior lasting more than a few days, and water isn't even the most overlooked necessity. 3. Batteries, small but critical. When lights go out, batteries become currency. Flashlights, radios, emergency devices, kids' toys, portable fans. So many household items quietly depend on AA and AAA batteries. Ryan runs a hardware store in Georgia. During a hurricane warning, batteries were gone in a single afternoon, not because inventory was tiny, but because everyone grabbed multiple packs. Batteries are cheap, small, easy to hoard. Most stores don't have warehouse-level reserves of them. Once gone, resupply depends on trucking and centralized distribution. Rechargeable batteries help, but without power, charging becomes impossible. So when the grid becomes unreliable, batteries become priceless. And that leads to something even more concerning. 4. Basic medications, the silent shortage. Pain relievers, fever reducers, cold medicine, allergy tablets. These are the kinds of items people don't think about until someone needs them. Pharmacies don't store months of over-the-counter medication. Manufacturing is global. Ingredients come from different countries. Production relies on precision timing. During previous disruptions, even common medications became hard to find. Linda went searching for simple fever reducers during a shortage and visited 4 stores before finding 1 bottle. Not because factories stopped entirely, but because demand spiked faster than supply could adjust. The scary part isn't dramatic, it's subtle. A simple headache becomes harder to manage. Minor illness feels more stressful, and when stress increases, people buy even more. That pressure spreads to hygiene products next. 5. Hygiene products, morale matters. Soap, toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo. These aren't luxury items. They maintain normalcy. During supply stress, people grab extras. Not because they want 10 tubes of toothpaste, but because running out feels unacceptable. Jessica, a warehouse worker in Nevada, noticed soap shipments lagging behind demand during a regional transport issue. It wasn't dramatic. Shelves just slowly emptied. Then one day, nothing remained. Cleanliness affects more than comfort, it affects morale. When people feel clean and organized, stress stays manageable. When hygiene slips, anxiety rises. That's why these products vanish faster than people expect. And before going further, if this breakdown is helping you see how fragile normal life really is, subscribe now. Most people ignore this until shelves are empty. Now let's talk about something even more overlooked. 6. Lighters and matches, the forgotten essential. Cooking doesn't stop when power fails, but electric stoves do. Lighters and matches are cheap. So cheap that people overlook them completely. Ethan owns a small camping supply store. Before a major storm warning, customers didn't just buy one lighter. Customers bought handfuls. They're tiny, easy to store, easy to grab. Once shelves empty, there's no easy substitute. Without ignition sources, cooking becomes harder. Heating becomes harder. Even candles become useless. And when cooking becomes complicated, food becomes the next issue. 7. Canned food, cheap calories, win. Not gourmet food, not premium brands, store brand canned vegetables, beans, soup, pasta. The cheapest calorie-dense foods disappear first. During supply stress, people aren't shopping for flavor. People are shopping for longevity and affordability. Marcus watched canned goods vanish during a winter storm warning. High-end items remained longer. The budget basics disappeared immediately. Why? Because everyone can afford cheap staples. Production can increase over time, but not instantly. And once distribution slows, shelves empty faster than factories can compensate. But food shortages reveal something even more urgent in certain households. 8. Baby supplies, zero flexibility. Baby formula and diapers don't have substitutes that are easy or safe. When formula shortages happened recently, it showed how fragile that supply chain really is. Manufacturing is concentrated among very few companies. Emma drove across 3 cities searching for formula during a shortage, not because production completely stopped, but because one disruption created a ripple effect. Parents don't buy one extra. Parents buy enough to feel secure. And once supply thins, panic multiplies. That same pattern spreads into cleaning supplies next. 9. Cleaning supplies. Prevention becomes priority. Disinfectants, bleach, cleaning sprays. When people feel uncertainty about health or sanitation, cleaning products become essential. Stores don't hold massive reserves. Production is centralized. Transport matters. During past disruptions, cleaning aisles were stripped within days. That emotional buying empties shelves faster than logistics can react. Now, let's talk about something that surprises almost everyone. 10. Fuel containers, the multiplier item. Not fuel itself. Fuel containers, red plastic, gas cans, portable storage units. Hardware stores don't carry large quantities. Once customers decide to store backup fuel, containers vanish quickly. Without containers, storing fuel safely becomes impossible. They're inexpensive. They're small. They're limited in stock. And once gone, restocking depends entirely on manufacturing schedules and freight transport. But even tools start disappearing when systems strain. 11. Basic hand tools, quietly critical. Manual can openers, screwdrivers, duct tape, wrenches. Most households rely on powered appliances and rarely think about manual backups. When uncertainty hits, people suddenly remember they might need to fix things themselves. Not drills, not expensive gear, the simple tools. Because when systems slow down, self-reliance increases. And finally, there's one item most people completely forget. 12. Cash, the invisible essential. Digital payments feel permanent until they're not. Card systems rely on electricity and connectivity. ATMs rely on power and armored restocking. During outages, small bills disappear quickly. Drop it in the comments.